So, it has been a couple of weeks since 1.0 came out, and it looks like people are enjoying it, at least from the videos that I've seen. So, I thought I would do the exact opposite of what others are doing and start crying about the game. Welcome back to another video of me shit-talking Foxhole. Let's get started. So first off, let me explain. Foxhole, multiplayer game, every soldier is a player, no NPCs, at least that's how it's supposed to be. So there is going to be a hard limit on how many people can play on one server, but the devs came up with a quick fix, the multiple shards. This helped with the insane queues and also, kept the newbies away from the real war. But after conducting a very scientific survey, I learned that most people still prefer playing on Shard 1. And in the comments, Shard 2 and 3 players talked about how they saw Baker and Charlie as a training ground rather than a war. And this isn't something new. Back when the Shard system was first implemented, Shard 2 players were kinda looked down upon, and I have no clue why. I mean, I had a lot of fun running over people for like 20 minutes straight without them bringing a sticky. So there is something holding back vets from really investing a lot of time into the other shards, and even just watching others play on other shards. I mean, I'm no big streamer man or anything, but I've seen a significantly lower view count whenever I'm playing on the other shards. And honestly, I have this bias as well. The only reason I've played on these other shards is because of the queue times, or I accidentally clicked on play now because I'm a dumbass. So, why do vets not like playing on these other shards? Well, it's very simple. They're a copy of the first one. Even with the different starting conditions, they're technically just the same shitty map pasted on the other shard. And if you give players a choice, most people will pick the place where all the cool kids hang out because it's the oldest, it has a lot more history, and it's the only one counted for the final score. So how can Siege Camp get players to play on the other shards? Well, it's simple. Just remove the choice and force them to play a pre-selected shard. I'm joking, that's a joke. I didn't laugh because it wasn't that funny, but I had to put the joke here. But first, did you know that 88% of my viewers aren't subscribed? And if you're one of these viewers, you better watch your back, because I've spent all the money I've made from this YouTube channel into hiring hitmen. So if you do not want to get hit, subscribe now.
Wait, what do you think a hitman does?
He hits people?
No, he kills them.
Here's my real solution. So we already know the reason it's a copy, but more specifically, it's a copy of the map. If they had different maps though, I think it would entice people to switch over more. PlanetSide 2 does this. It divides its player base up with its continents. These continents are essentially just like the Shards of Foxhole, but because they have different maps, it doesn't feel so disconnected. They all have different biomes, so you could be fighting in a dry desert for a couple of hours and then switch over to a lush jungle and still have that feeling of a larger war going on. Now, Foxhole already kinda does this as well with its hex system. You could be fighting in the frozen hellscapes of Blueberry Land and then just go do some logi on the warm beaches of Valley. To me, it makes sense to implement this on a shard level as well. Now, I'm not saying to connect them in any way. I mean, it would be cool to ship equipment and troops between shards, but that's not what I'm asking. All I'm asking for is map variety. Now, as much as I would love a desert shard where blizzards are replaced by sandstorms and tanks can overheat, or even a mountain map where you get avalanches or whatever, different biomes are probably not gonna happen in Foxhole. Putting weather stuff aside, the cost of just making a brand new map with new assets is probably beyond the scope of our humble dev team. But then again, I never thought facilities would be a thing, and here we are now. So maybe they're working on it and this video will be obsolete in a couple of years. But in the meantime, you could just rearrange the map a little bit. This was suggested a long time ago, and it's not that bad of an idea to spice up Shard 2. Granted, no side would ever win this because landings in Foxhole are impossible, but I'd love to have a place where I could do some barge battles and hang out with some fellow pirates. My suggestion is even simpler, just bring back the old island maps. The real islands, not the fake ones we have now. Just have a small map of that and people can hang out and have fun there. With the bulk of the player base still playing or waiting on Shard 1, Why make these other shards an imitation of this hellscape? These are already regarded as chill places to hang out, so why not try something goofy with the map layouts? And these are just some very easy ways to give us map variety without having to make new stuff. With the player base of Foxhole steadily rising with every new update, this could be a very easy way to make people play the other shards instead of just dismissing them. But that's just what I think, and I'd love to hear what you think down in the comments below. And if you want to see me cry more about this game, then watch this video where I complain about something else. Oh god, and also this issue still hasn't been fixed. Literally, last stream it happened again, man. Come on, devs, what the fuck? I'm starting to think I'm Daredevil over here, dude. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.